Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for February 18th, 2015. We're going to have some snow showers move in later today here, but I don't really think this is too much of a big deal. Maybe our western areas might get into some of the heavier squalls we're looking at moving through here in the evening hours here, and a lot of that is because you're starting off here with basically a dual low structure here, one to the north, one to the south. And the one to the south here is actually the weaker of the two that's going to be consolidating up in this direction to a point right about here. So these two are going to come together right about here, and then this one's going to combine into one and continue off in this direction here. So most of the energy is going to be lifting up further to the north. Some of the best forcing is going to be further to the north here. And you can see that here as we move a little bit closer here. You can see the squall line getting going here in central PA. Some snow showers breaking out farther to the east here in the evening here, but these are just light snow showers, and you see the squall line pretty much falls apart just because it doesn't have any, again, the best forcing moves up with the low pressure system as this consolidates into one area of low pressure up here. So your best forcing is now up here, and to the east of low up here, so you don't have that extra lift going on here that you would normally see with the low pressure moving in. But this is still going to have the Arctic frontal boundary move through here. This is going to be bringing in the very, very cold temperatures, and I mean really cold. We had some really cold mornings here the last couple days that we were talking about, the single digits low temperatures, some below zero temperatures. I think you have a shot legitimately on Thursday night and early Friday morning especially of being the coldest day we're going to have this entire winter. I really think we have a good shot at that. So first things first, let's get over the NAM high res feature simulated radar. This is going at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and we're going to go take this a little bit forward from this point here. You see these snow showers across mainly central PA. Some of this will move east here. You're going to see some snow showers move across in the evening hours here further east. You see the squall line getting going here, and it looks like this is going to be, uh-oh, here comes another one of those blinding snow squalls. It's going to be lasting, 30, 45 minutes, drop a quick inch or two of snow. Only problem is, again, like I said, it's going to come east and it's going to collapse because the best forcing has now moved further to the north here. So this is 10 o'clock at night here. It's not going to fall apart completely, so you're still going to have some move through here, right, 10, 11, 12 midnight, and then it's going to cross New Jersey and pretty much collapse at that point. So just some snow showers for the most part, but could have some heavier bursts in here, especially until this band dies out. If we do see this on radar holding together a little bit longer, we will make adjustments on that. But right now, I really don't see anything more than a coating to an inch out of this system. You might have a little bit more, maybe isolated 2 out here, and you get into central PA. Not an overall big deal. All right, so we're going to go a little bit back to the global here and global models and go a little bit further here. Of course, this system moves off to the northeast. Would not be surprised to see some afternoon flurries or snow showers here on Thursday as you have this system moving up here. You're going to have the flow off the lakes here. So you're going to have the lake effect streamers coming off of mainly Lake Ontario this time, not so much Lake Erie because the flow is coming in this direction here. So could get some streamers coming down here and get some snow showers, especially across northeastern PA where that's a little more common. To see that off the lake effect snow. Some may get down in the central areas as well, but this is just light snow showers and flurries on Thursday. Not a big deal. The big deal will be the low temperatures here as we get into Friday morning, and look at the NAM projections for low temperatures. I don't know if you have a hard time seeing this or not, but we got temperatures here. Now, this is a model forecast. This is not our forecast. For example, I do the central PA forecast region, and I have a forecast low of -5 for early Friday morning, which would be overnight Thursday night. The NAM is coming in now. The new NAM is coming with -7. So, it's close, but it's -7, and it's just going to keep driving in the nail in the coffin here. And then you get up a little bit further north here. You got -10 up here in Wilkes-Barre on the model projection, -14 here in Mount Pocono, some ridiculous cold, and even below zero down here by Philadelphia, down to Dover, down to Atlantic City. So the models are very keying in on this idea that it's going to be very, very cold here early Friday morning. We'll have to see how cold it gets. There are going to be some records in jeopardy here, and I think we'll actually have to watch how quickly this gets down. Again, just taking Allentown as an example here, looking at on your day on Thursday, the record here on Thursday, now this would only go through midnight Thursday, the record low is 0 for that date. So you go to 10 p.m. on Thursday night, the temperature is already supposed to be at or slightly below, like about -1. So if that's the case, you could set a record for Thursday, which is really going to be within the same night on Thursday night. Set a record for Thursday for a record low, and then again on Friday with a record low. Record low here on Friday is -2. I think that we beat that easily here in Allentown and several other locations as well. And then the record on as you get into the following night is also 0. You might get below 0 again for Friday night and early Saturday, but not quite as cold. I think the worst is going to be here on early Friday. We're going to get the temperatures here that are going to be well below 0. So probably the coldest, if this does verify or comes even close to verifying, this will be the coldest by far that it has been this entire winter. So a very brutally cold Friday morning. And then this system moves away here. High pressure is going to move in, but this is actually going to hurt us, I think, for the weekend storm if you're liking snow chances here. Not set in stone with this yet, so not going to allow anybody to latch on with his ID here, but this high pressure is going to move off to the east and set up shop just offshore. This is in a bad position right here if you want to keep systems wintry, because you're going to have obviously clockwise flow around high pressure. It's going to aid in the warm air advection out ahead of this system. So believe it or not, we're going to go from record low temperatures and challenging breaking or challenging records that are in existence for a very long time, as long as records are kept. And then you're talking about just a couple days later, not even a couple days, 36 hours later, you might be talking about rain. Sounds crazy, but it's possible. As we get into Saturday here, what I do think is going to be enough cold air to start off at the surface here. They're going to start off as snow, and then we're going to transition to a wintry mix overnight, it looks like Saturday night, and then go over to rain. And that is assuming that this area of low pressure out here cuts to the west. If it does that, obviously low pressure in this position, counterclockwise flow around low pressure sends warm air advection out ahead of it. So that will give you your rain here. My concern is there's so much cold here in this area right now. You can't just warm up that quickly and expect, the models will expect that this is going to change over to rain, but what if it doesn't? So much low-level cold in place here. It doesn't just erode that easily. It really has a difficult time doing that. So I'm concerned for some icing. Even if the GFS is correct here, showing this warm air advection, I think you could have a lot of low-level cold here stuck in our area here, and especially in the interior, that could give us a little bit more of an icing concern here for Saturday night and early Sunday. And then we'll have to watch this system. The system moves up, according to the GFS, moves right over top of us, brings us rain, and then ends as a period of snow here. I will say that there are some other models that are taking a little bit more favorable tracks, actually taking a little bit further to the south, kind of like this, like the Canadian model. European model does something similar, not quite as far south. Does change it over to rain for a lot of areas here, but it has a pretty good thump of snow on the front end. So there's a couple different possibilities with the weekend, and it's still evolving. So we're gonna re-examine this as we get a little bit closer, and hopefully narrow down with an idea of what we're going to be going with for the weekend by the time we get to Thursday. Because at Thursday we're going to need to think about making a first call if it does look like we're going to have a pretty good wintry side of this, at least on the front end. And then maybe in the middle with some, hopefully not extensive freezing rain, but maybe some freezing rain at the very least that we need to be concerned about, especially with this low-level cold that we just showed you. I mean, you're going to be talking about going from this here, this is early Friday morning, and then you're going to late Saturday and Saturday night. You're talking about temperatures getting above freezing. I mean, wow. Seems like a stretch. You're talking about a 40-some degree temperature swing there, so that doesn't happen easily. So we're just going to watch this and see if we can narrow it down by the time we get to the weekend, or before the weekend, by the time we get to Thursday, and hopefully get a better agreement by then, and we can figure this out. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for February 18th, 2015. Have a great Wednesday.